to the Better Fitness Proof podcast, and I am here joined with one of our all-star members, Dave Kahl. Dave, say hello to the people who don't know you and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, people who don't know me. So, Dave Kahl, I've been with BentOnBetter now for 2.5 years. I'm almost 56 years old, and I'd say I was fairly active, but not extremely active. Played volleyball once a week before COVID, and, had a little bit of a weight problem. I was about 15 pounds heavier than I am today. So, I don't think I was too bad, but I needed some work. And happened to be driving by BentOnBetter one day and pulled in to see what it was about. And spoke with Matt and gave it a shot. And I'm a full believer now.
Yeah,
so
full believer.
Absolutely.
That quotes. So I want to bring it back to the volleyball days, bring it back to the time before BOB, and what was that like deciding factor of, yes, I will stop there, yes, I'll take that action. Well, give me the story of you. I mean, you're a dad, you've been active, give me the full rundown.
So, I guess historically, I've went through my phases in my 30s of running and doing that, and I got one marathon down. I was kind of happy.
You ran a
about
marathon?
that. Yes, Eileen and I both ran Disney Marathon together.
Wow.
And I was pumping Advil every 2 miles, and she basically pulled me through that marathon. So I would do it because my knees were killing me because running is bad. And so I'd go to my doctor. I was like, my knees hurt. He's like, well, stop running. I'm like, well, it's the only way to stay in shape, So we did our running days and got through those, and we still played volleyball, and my knees would ache, and I'd Advil up and play volleyball, and it would be hurting the next few days, and every time you walk downstairs in the morning, it hurts. So that was one of the things that was bugging me, and I've been through other gyms where I had my membership, and I was donating my money every month to the local gym, and when I would go, I'd go and I'd walk around and I'd try to figure out what I want to do, and I'd see what machines are open, and that's what I worked on that day, because the treadmill was open, so I ran, or the bike was open, so I went on the bike, and there was no plan, there was no consistency, so I was trying that, and the weight started going on. I'm hitting my 50s now, and at that point, I was 53, and thinking, all right, I got to do something about this, and so we just happened to. Not even sure what BentOnBetter was, thinking it was a yoga place because it was bent on stuff, and had no idea. So stopped in and knocked at the door. No one was at the door. There was no one in. It was closed because the hours are in the morning and the afternoon.
Yeah.
Wait a minute here. I thought it was an open gym, but it's you have to. There's certain times that you come, and so I set up the call with you, and we had our meeting. So that's kind of the backstory.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. So I want to talk about your the volleyball career and
career.
The knees.
First it was Olympics.
Yeah.
I almost got that gold medal.
Almost got it.
So close. Yeah, the Russians. Oh. No. So volleyball. I mean, it's every Sunday. We played every Sunday indoor on hardwood, and I've been playing for, I guess, since I was in my 20s, and enjoy it. It's a fun league. I'm not. I'm 5'7", so not the best of hitters. 5'7". Yeah. And I'm a terrible setter, so that doesn't really do me good in volleyball. But so we would play every week, and we were in an adult league, and we really enjoyed that. And I didn't want to give that up. I really do like playing, and so the choice was either give it up or get in better shape, I guess. So.
And where are you now with volleyball? Has it started?
COVID hasn't come back yet.
Okay.
Our league would be in the fall, but because it's at the schools and stuff, they're not sure whether or not they'll be able to get gym time or not.
Well, since coming back into the gym now, like post-COVID and you were staying active the whole time. Mm-hmm. You were consistently keeping up with yourself, and of course, coming back in here is a different story. But being back now, and the knee pain and the back pain, how are things going now for you?
Oh, much better. There's things that will never go away. I mean, my back pain every so often, if I do something wrong, it'll flare up a bit, or my knees will give me a little bit, but it is a lot better. I mean, honestly, I do my workouts here. I don't even think about it. I haven't had to popped my Advil in a long time for any of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, every once in a while, if I'm doing an exercise badly, I'll stop and say, Nick, Alicia, I'm doing something wrong here because I can feel it and they'll adjust my stance or they'll adjust something with my technique or give me a different exercise, and which is great.
Yeah.
I did that this morning actually. So
what was it?
It was the bent over. It was the rows, and instead they put me on the TRX, and I did the TRX, the pulls on the TRX,
Okay.
which was great.
Better?
No lower back pain on that in that mode. Yeah, for some reason the rows still give me a little bit of a lower back pain. I'm working on it.
We're working on it.
We'll get it.
And like with our barbell, when we're doing more of the barbell stuff, like focusing on those movements.
Yeah.
What are the big wins for you? I know
Oh
we
my
have a few.
God. Yeah. No, it's been so part of the Barbell Club. I've actually the last few months. So I'll give a little bit during COVID. I think in February I wasn't here at all. Mm-hmm. So I had skipped February for a few different reasons. One was, with my wife's a teacher, so there was a COVID scare, so we were, staying away and just staying for that ended up being
This is February
a false
2020.
alarm. February of 2020.
Okay.
No, February of 2021.
Okay. Oh yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. This was just this year.
Okay.
And we had been going through COVID, I guess, so March was lockdown of 2020. Mm-hmm. So it had been almost a year of it. And there was some weather issues, and there was just some other stuff going on in my life with work and whatever. And I missed the whole month of February here. And, I could feel that my energy level was down. I could just feel, I don't want to say I was depressed, but if I was ever close to being depressed, that would have been it.
Okay.
And I kind of made a renewed commitment in March to get back here. And we met and we talked about it a bit. And I started the Barbell Club up again. And I had certain goals to hit in both bench press and deadlift.
Yeah.
And I crushed them. I
Crushed
crushed
them.
them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did. I was so excited. I wanted to do bench my weight, and I hit that. And then so that was just from March, and now we're in end of July. So between March and end of July, I not only hit my goal for benching my weight, but I'm now 20% above that, I think, at least. So what's that, 40 pounds? Yeah, about 20% more.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
that was pretty exciting for me. And the deadlift, same thing. I mean, I didn't have, I know we had set some goals together, and I hit those pretty early. I mean, these were goals that we were talking about by the end of the year. So just coming back here, doing the regular workouts as well as doing the Barbell Club, just improve my technique, improve my strength, and no pain. I mean, with a good technique, I mean that's important. I mean if I was trying to do this, especially the deadlift, without the good technique, my back would not hold up. But no problems at all.
Yeah.
So I remember.
For people who are listening to your story and who
Mm-hmm.
are looking for that understanding of what you've just talked about with technique, what was the thing that bridged that gap from getting started with just workouts back in 2018 when it was like, I'm going to join in and start, versus where you are now in 2021 with a different mind? Like what caused that shift? What made you decide, I'm going to focus more on my movement instead of just the exercising?
Well, to be honest, I did think about this a little bit, and me personally, I think about the technique a lot. It's just something that I do, but I think the first year here was probably building up my core and muscles that I just didn't use. Mm. Bench press was all biceps and chest, and that was it. I mean, I didn't think about my back and my legs and my core and all of that. And I think the first year, really, I think I changed the most was in muscles that were probably out of use. You compensate with what you have, and so the basic muscles. And I don't think I was using my back at all. And I think I spent the first year, even though in order to get that technique right, those other muscles have to be ready.
Yeah.
And I just think that was the first year, and now the second year, I'm actually putting it together. And I mean, my technique, I'm still working the heck out of it.
But it's way better.
It's better, but I'm still working the heck out of it. I'm still frustrated at certain things. I'm getting it. I'll get there. But I definitely feel, my feet. Nick and I were talking about feet today.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So like,
The
tell me,
feet
like, what are
muscles.
some things that you've like learned about
Learning
your feet?
About, I mean, just that they have to have the three points of strength at the heel, the small toe and the big toe.
Yeah.
Getting that spread out, kind of arching a little bit of the foot. But I mean, honestly, I think if I did it 2 years ago, there wouldn't have been much muscle even in my foot to push up against and to do that. So as you're bracing yourself with your feet, those muscles have to kick in. And even though they're in your feet, you don't think about it, but they're still there and they're important.
Right.
So,
Everything starts from the ground and works its way up, and everything is connected.
Yep.
So you do it now. It's like second nature. You just take your shoes off if we're doing squats.
That's what we're
You
doing
take your
today.
shoes off if we're doing deadlifts.
Yep.
You take your shoes off if it's any sort of movement that's going to require you to have a strong base from your feet.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, no, and that's, but like I said, I bet you if I did that 2.5 years ago, it wouldn't have been the same base. It wouldn't have been the same kind of stable thing because you have to build those little tiny muscles, things you don't even think about. So,
Well, that's the big win is that it was never a short-term goal for you. It was like incremental goals along a journey.
it was, but I'll say that the journey, starts out slow. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't see those gains, and then you start picking that up. I mean, it takes a while. I mean, I'm sure everyone moves at different paces, but for me, it was it was slow and steady, and the weight loss actually first. I started losing the weight, which was great. That was my goal, and I really wasn't focused as much about the muscles. And then I think in the second year, I think it's been more about building up the muscle and the strength, and having a better core around it just has helped get there.
So what would be your biggest, one of your big tips that works super well for you that you could share with other people? Like what are some things that worked well? And everyone's got their own journey, but I think it's important to hear what everyone has done so it's more things for other people to consider in their journeys that may or may not be relatable to yours.
Well, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's have fun. Honestly,
Have fun?
it sounds
Yeah.
stupid, but I come here and it's my happy place. I really do. I enjoy this. The morning session, I know all the folks there. You go to the evening the people here. Everyone's out here. It's not competitive. You're competing against yourself. You want to do better for yourself, but everyone's cheering everyone else on. So that is really important to me. I mean, it sounds a little phony, it's fake or whatever, have fun, but it really is. It was something that if I'm not having fun, people don't think, well, you're working out, you're having fun. I'm like, no, I come out of here happier than when I came in. Absolutely 100%. So, no, I do love that.
I love that too. And, as cliche as it might sound, it's real. I've made posts about it in the past, and I've talked about it with you and with everyone else. Whatever you decide to do, of course, we're biased. We want to do strength training. We want to have cardio as kind of like the extra sprinkle on top, but strength training is the base and movement is the base. Mm-hmm. But you can find any form of fitness, any sort of movement, any sort of workout. If you find joy in that thing, you'll be able to do it for a long period of time, and that's the key. Yep. It's not that one thing is better than the other thing. It's that there's something that's going to work well for you because it lasts a long time.
Absolutely.
And that's the biggest takeaway that I think was what I'm gathering from what you said.
No, absolutely.
Have fun.
It does. Have fun and enjoy it, and and it's there are mornings I don't want to come here. I get in and get up I'm a 5:30 person, so 5:30 in the morning. And, so I'm up at 4:45 getting ready to come in, and I'm dragging to get myself out of bed some days, but you come in here and everyone's, everyone picks each other up, and that does help you get through it. So nice.
Who wakes you up in the mornings? Who gets you going in the mornings?
God, nobody, no.
Nobody?
Alexa. No, that's my alarm. No, my wife is fast asleep.
It's not the dancing queen?
No.
We're going to get her in here too. She's going to be on here. Yeah. But I think that's a fun point to talk about though. So you're not doing this alone.
Yeah, it's true.
You're not at this alone.
It's true.
Who do you do it with?
Eileen and I do this. Well, in the summer she sleeps in because she's teaching.
Yeah.
So she's fast asleep while I'm coming here. But during the school year, the two of us are coming in, and it does help if one of us does something or one of us doesn't want to come in the morning. The other one's waking up saying, "Come on, let's go." It does help having somebody else to come in with, and even though she only dances and she doesn't actually work out here. I just want to put that on the record. So
on the record.
Like this. For the record, my wife doesn't work out. She just dances to the music the whole time, okay? So
That's so good.
She's having fun. She's great.
love it.
But
This
isn't
is so
she?
good.
They say that. Oh, I come in. They're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you're the one married to that woman who she dances all the
Yes,
time.
that's
you're
exactly
that-
it.
I'm like,
The
yeah,
woman
that's
who
my
dances
wife.
all the time,
She
right?
dances
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's her.
That's her. That's her. So,
And you've
she's
got
having
this.
fun. She's having
You've got this this thing going on with all the pictures out there for the 100 Club, the Better Club
The
pictures.
100 Club, yeah. Turning her upside down every once in a while. Most of it's to drive Matt nuts, but
Yeah, it does. It drives me nuts. I'm like, oh, GD. Like, this is
he's got a
upside down
wall
again.
of pictures of everybody who hit the 100 Club, which is great, and then my wife's there, and I flip her
Always
picture
flip her
around
over. I'm
every
like,
so
oh,
often.
Dave. Oh,
Then
gosh.
just keep Matt on his toes.
Yeah, you do.
Just can't have everything. Maybe I'll start in here too.
no,
Start turning
this is
these
all-
around, a
this
little
is all
something.
limits. I don't
I'm
wanna-
moving things around.
No.
Come on.
But I think there's a key point here for a lot of people who are listening in that you have to have some sort of support system, whether it's the support system of a spouse or a friend or a colleague or someone here that you connect with.
Or the instructors. I
Or
mean,
the
honest,
instructors.
I get, Nick, Alicia, you texting me saying, Dave, you missed last week. Where were you? And I love that. It's, you don't get that at other places. You get that little, come on, let's go. And you're like, yeah, let's go. I got to go to get in here. So, that is another nice piece of it, too. And it is. It's, you come here I remember my first week here. And, everyone knew each other, you think, and you're the new person, and you're trying to figure out, okay, how many jumping jacks everybody doing? What's the routine? Trying to, kind of stay under the radar. You're just kind of watching and trying to fit in and make sure that you're not just kind of bull in China shop here. And after, it takes, and everyone's in a good mood, and everyone's, kind of enjoying it. And you start thinking, like, are they real? Are they authentic? And after about 2-3 months of it here, you go, yeah, these guys are real. This is authentic. These people love to come here and do their workouts. And it is nice to see those folks. And you miss people. Someone moves from 5:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the evening, and then they come back in, and you're like, you haven't seen them in 3 months. And they're thrilled to see you. You're thrilled to see them. It's nice. I like that, too.
Yeah. We have a really, really amazing community that it's hard to put into words, but I think you did a really good job of describing it. It's that recognition of and knowing everybody, like by first name, knowing everybody by their face and knowing everybody by their normal times. And when they're not there, you're like, wait a second.
What happened to Danielle?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, where's Danielle been?
Yeah. She's hustling. She's got a whole
working. I
lot of
know.
projects. I'm trying to get her in here too. Hopefully by the time this is live, she'll have already recorded with me.
Okay, so good. She won't be able to get back at me.
Everyone's got such cool stories. So I'm going to do just a little advertisement, a little commercial. And in the meantime,
Is there a jingle or something?
I think
to sing to
if
it?
you want to help me, you can hum to it. But in the meantime, while I do this little commercial, I want you to think of something that we can end on a really strong note that someone who's listening can be inspired by your words, whether it was your own journey and relating it to life or whatever it might be, Dave. You've got fire in you. I've had some great conversations with you about everything regarding fitness. So think on that.
Oh, man, that's tough.
But for you, listening in, whether you're listening to the podcast or checking out the YouTube channel, if you're over on YouTube, make sure you give us the thumbs up. Give us a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you thought of this episode, your favorite parts, so that we can feed off of that and get more people to see us and also reach more people. Same thing on the podcast. Wherever you're listening to, make sure you swing by the podcast. Get wherever you're listening, give us a 5-star review. If you think it's worth it, right? If you think we deserve the 5-star review, and then leave us some comments and let us know what you enjoyed. Let us know how we can improve. Let us know all the different things you want to see going forward, because that's how we're going to reach and change more lives, is by your help. And this is, it's free. So just do that little thing for us and we got you. Thank you. So, Dave.
What's your question?
Give me some fire. Give me some stuff. Let's say to the person who is listening now, who's in your position, who has the knee pains, who has the back pain, who has the life of being an adult athlete, but also has kids and who has a spouse and has all these different things going on in their life, job, everything you juggle, but you made it happen. You made it work. What would you say to that person so they know it was okay, you're ready, it's time, take actions?
Well, part of it, I think I remember, was our first day when we first met, and we talked about why you want to work out. Okay, you don't work out necessarily for yourself. It's for your family. It's for your kids, your spouse, your parents, the people around you, right? And it's very true. I mean, I really love the way I feel. I love the fact that, I am trying to get all my friends to come and work and just get into, not even those that live around here, to get to improve at least a part of their life that they can control. Work, you're going to have a lot of things you can't control. Family, you're going to have a lot of things you can't control. Friends, too. There's things that happen. But this you can. And, we've all been through different routines. You can read the books. You can watch YouTube videos. You can, you join a gym and try to figure it out yourself, and maybe that'll work. But I can tell you, if you give this place, and I've tried to, I've talked to other people about the same thing, give it 3 months. Come in here, try it out, and I don't think there's anybody who ever walked away from here disappointed that they tried this place. It's been such a great choice of my life that I was able to find this, luckily. I mean, I live so close. It was purely by chance. But it truly is something that at least this part of your life, your health, your mental health, your emotional health, is just improved so much, and it does carry over into those other areas. And so if you're even thinking about like, geez, it would be nice if I could spend that time. Fine, it's 50 minutes a day, maybe 3 days a week. Fine, come out here, try it for a couple months, and I can promise people won't regret it. It's been to say it changed my life. People are going to roll their eyes, but it did. It absolutely. If I hadn't come here, would I probably be 20 pounds heavier than I was before, and my knees be aching, and I'd be crankier than my wife. My wife will tell you how cranky I am, but I'd be even crankier than I am now. And anyone who's watching this, just it's worth it. Give it a shot. Give it a try. So.
Can't end on a better note than that.
Dude,
man, thank you so much.
Thank you
so much. Thanks for checking us out. The Better Fitness Proof Podcast. We'll see you again next time. Bye. That was great, man.
Bye.